is in order to protect those emotions and feelings. That a wife doesn't feel neglected. Her husband is there, he spends time with her equal to the time that he spent with the others. So where justice is maintained in material possessions according to needs, time is divided equally. Time is divided equally. And one cannot say, well, this wife has 4 children, so the children need to spend more time with the husband. No. The time is divided equally. The children can come to the father wherever he is. They are not limited by time. The time, equal division, is for the wives. And this is to protect their emotional feelings. However, dear viewers, and Judy in particular, Islam does recognize that we cannot control the heart. What the man feels in his heart will be beyond his control. Even if we have 4 children, we have grandparents on our mother's side and on our father's side, they are still our grandparents. We may feel closer to one than to the other. We may feel more love towards one than the other. That is in our hearts. Though we consider them all equal in the sense that they're all our grandparents, they're all our children, they're all our brothers and sisters. However, due to circumstances of life, we feel more attracted to some than others. And there is no evil in this. This is part of our nature. This is why the Prophet, may God's peace and blessing be upon him, after doing his utmost for his wives, he then turned to God, saying that I have done what is within my power. Please, God, do not hold me to account for what is not within my power. That is what is in the heart. This is with God, and we're not held to account for it. However, what must be kept in mind here is that because a man may love one wife more than another, it should not lead him to be kinder to one wife than the other, to spend more time with one wife than the other, to give her more of his possessions than the other. No, this becomes injustice, and this is forbidden, and this is evil. So what happens in the heart and the mind, and that stays in the heart and the mind, we're not held to account for. Prophet Muhammad had said that his followers, the Ummah, is not held to account for what occurs in their minds, their thoughts, until they speak about it or they act on it. That is, if a man before his 2 wives says, I love you more than you, this is evil. He is hurting one or the other. If he acts in a way indicating, I do love this person more than the other, this is again evil. This is forbidden. And the Prophet ﷺ said, such who does this will find himself on the day of judgment coming with half of his body hanging, dragging on the ground. He will be known as one who was evil, unfair to his family. So Islam does in fact take care of emotions and feelings. It stresses them. But it recognizes naturally what cannot be controlled, what is in the heart of individuals. Just as you as an individual may have all kinds of thoughts. Thought may come to your mind, which is an evil thought, but Islam doesn't hold you to account for it. God does not punish you for that thought as long as you don't speak on it and act on it. So, with regards to time, Islam insists on equality of time to protect those emotions and feelings. It insists on justice in terms of distribution of physical or material possessions. And even with regards to children, Islam instructs us that we should not be unfair to our children. If we give to one child, we should give to the other child. We should be fair in our dealings even with our children. So Islam does put great stress on emotions and feelings. And polygamy, or marrying more than one wife, doesn't mean that Islam neglects or does not recognize the importance of emotions and feelings. On to another question. It's the question of Sehba Jilani Khan. Dear Dr. Bilal, Assalamu alaikum. Please do reply to my query. Is there any particular ihram for a woman? Is a woman's ihram different from a man's ihram? If so, what's the difference? Yours sincerely, Sehba Jilani Khan. There is no particular ihram for the woman. In the case of the man, it's two sheets that he wears. One around the waist, like a skirt, and the other one over his shoulders, like a cloak. Izar, the skirt, and rida, the cloak. This is the basic ihram for the man. It may be in different colors. Usually it's white, most common. It may have stitched pockets in it. It's permissible. It doesn't mean that though people come and they think it has to have no stitches in it. No, this is not the case. The point of it not being stitched means it shouldn't be stitched forming a sleeve, forming the shape of a garment, forming pants. But to have a pocket stitched in it in which you will save your valuables or whatever is perfectly permissible. For the woman, the ihram is whatever she chooses to wear, which does not expose anything more than her face and hands. That is her ihram. She may change it. The ihram may be changed during Hajj. It doesn't mean you've put on one, that's the only thing you have to wear the whole time, you're not allowed to wash it. No. Islam is about cleanliness, and it is reasonable. So you may wash it, you may change it, but you maintain that state of dress. So the difference fundamentally between the ihram of the man and the woman is that the form is specified for the man, whereas it is not for the woman. With that, dear viewers, I'd like to thank you for being with us in another of the series In the Light of Islam, in which we have looked at the questions of our viewers, and we hope that you will write to us with any questions that you may have to me, Dr. Bilal Phillips, Sharjah TV, In the Light of Islam, P.O. Box 111, Sharjah. And with that, dear viewers, I bid you farewell and hope to see you in the coming segments. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.